What it do, family of one? Just being out here in nature, enjoying the cold. You already know. Man, today I woke up and I feel pretty damn good. I've been purging some ego attachments that I've been holding on to. And I wanted to talk to you guys about what ego attachment is through my lens of perception and what I believe addiction and ego attachment to be. That's what I've been struggling with and working on myself. Is I've been going back and forth through an ego attachment that I've been latching on to. And I wanted to talk to you guys about how I'm recognizing that it's an ego attachment and what is an ego attachment, all that good stuff, right? What's up, guys? Good morning. How's everybody doing today? So what I wanted to talk about was somebody explained to me an ego attachment being basically something you think you need to exist on this planet, okay? Something you think you need that you have to have in order to be okay on this planet. That's an ego attachment. That's the best way to put an ego attachment. Now, there's things that are healthy, obviously, like you have needs in your soul, like food and water. But other than that, your mind will attach to something and make you think that if you don't have this thing, that you are not going to be okay and you're not going to be in alignment and whole, okay? That's ego attachment. And I've been working through, everybody knows my journey with marijuana, weed. And I've been working through whether or not I should be still partaking with this medicine, right? Because everybody calls it medicine, and everybody that I know tries to convince me that this is a perfectly okay thing to do. And though I agree it's a tool for ascension, I don't think that it's meant to be something that we use as a crutch, as a everyday tool. So one day I had somebody present to me about addiction. They said, do you know what an addict is? Do you know what addiction is? And I was like, I kind of got an idea of it because I'm one of these people that have those problems of overusing stuff. And he's like, B, it's simple. He was like, people that aren't addicted to a drug or something, they wake up and some days they don't need it or want it. Other days they choose to participate with it. But if you wake up every day and want to use something and think you need it, then you have an ego attachment. Now, I want to remind you, there's healthy ego attachments and unhealthy ego attachments. When it becomes unhealthy is when it starts to cause problems in your life and it no longer serves you. That's where I'm at. I'm at the point where weed is no longer serving me because I want to use it all the time and stay medicated, when in all honesty, that's just lower self. That's just, I had somebody point out to me the other day, right? Exactly. Sugar and chemicals, different things are the most addictive things. And we can become addicted to so many different things. You can have an unhealthy ego attachment to food. Food is one that's very, very, very common among people. They will overeat and they will overindulge, and to a point where they don't need it, and then it causes them pain in their stomach. They have heartburn. They have to go find medicine to help themselves through it. That is an unhealthy ego attachment that we have to let go of. And we have all been taught to overconsume food by all these different commercials you see online and stuff like that. So we all have to take a step back and evaluate our lives and what our ego attachments are. Me, I woke up this morning feeling nothing but bliss because yesterday I decided to be done with weed. And if you guys know what I've been going through, I went like 15 days sober in October, what is it? In September, okay? And it was amazing. I felt good during that time. But then I went on a camping trip and thought, hey, maybe I can just blaze occasionally whenever I want, right? So I did. I smoked that night, and I was testing myself to see if I had the willpower to just blaze like a normal person occasionally, when like on weekends and stuff like that. And so the next morning I wake up, I'm thinking about it immediately when I woke up. It took me about an hour and a half to get it out of my mind, to get the obsession out. And then I didn't do it all day that day. So I was like, oh, power to you, Bryant. You can actually do this. All right. And then what happened was the next day, I waited till like 3 o'clock and then ended up blazing with my brother. Sunday, blazed again. Monday, blazed again. Tuesday, blazed again. Wednesday, blazed again. I was getting high every day. And then I was starting to do it by morning, every morning when I woke up. So what somebody pointed out to me was that whenever you do certain drugs, like especially marijuana that raises your vibration like that into another dimension, it opens up all my chakras even more. So there, I can feel more, I'm more in alignment whenever I do it, right? But what I realized was this: as I'm opening up myself so open and freely, right, I'm also leaving myself open for entity attachment to come in and latch onto me and then crave the substance that's keeping me in the lower vibrations. Okay? It's not that weed lowers your vibration, because it can raise your vibration depending what vibration you're in. But if you're in a vibration where I'm entering, you don't need the substance no more to stay as high as you want to be on throughout the whole day. I'm entering a place where I should be high daily for no reason, just high, just off life. Cannabinoid receptors firing off in my head, giving me that energy. Okay? And I'm learning that an ego attachment is all about something you think you need to exist on this planet. Everything that attaches you to Earth, anything that attaches you to Earth is an ego attachment. And for you to transcend this reality and have the massive ego death that you're wanting to happen, you have to let go of all ego attachments. And that means anybody you think you need in your life that is your saving grace, because you're supposed to be your own savior. Any kind of substance that you use that you think you need on a daily basis is an ego attachment. But I want to remind you guys, this is through my lens of perception. Medicine is medicine. So if you're taking medicine or you're smoking weed on a daily basis, it is medicine and it works until it stops working. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's healthy ego attachment in the beginning, and then it becomes unhealthy towards a point where you're ready to let it go. And you'll know when you're ready to let certain things go. That's the point that I'm trying to tell you guys, is that when ego attachment is something that you need to worry about is whenever it's actually presenting itself to you in your face and you're realizing, holy shit, I think I have a problem here with this, and I need to step back a little and give myself some space. Okay? So like I said yesterday, I've been going through, like, what happened was I got so much back into, I was off it for 15 days, and I got so much back into it for about 2 weeks that my mind told me again that I needed this thing to be okay and be happy. Like, that's how deep ego attachment is and how strong addictions are. And addiction to me is just your ego latching on to a certain substance that knows it won't feel pain. So like, say I smoke some weed. My ego sees that and says, holy shit, my job, Brian, is to keep you from feeling pain and hurt. And this right here truly helps me escape from reality. And it enables me to not feel the pain and hurt that I would be feeling today. So I need more of this. Please give me more of this, B. That's what your ego does, and that's what addiction is, okay? Addiction is literally just your ego trying to help you whenever it doesn't understand that it's hurting you. Trying to kill you, actually. So, if you're struggling, obviously, there's programs out there that can help you. And there's also people you can contact me and talk to me if you're struggling with something that's an ego attachment. I know that a lot of ego attachments that I've shed over the years have been people that I thought I needed in my life. My ex, I thought I needed her. She was a very deep ego attachment that I had. And it took me 3.5 years to let go of her, which was rough. So ego attachments can be people, places, things, all kinds of stuff. Something you think you need in this reality to literally manifest what you think you need, but it's not. It's ego attachment. Ego attachment will break you, and it will make you feel so empty inside from the thing you're trying to attach to that you won't get love from the thing you're trying to attach to. It's like, for me, when I realized I was having ego attachments, you aren't aware of an ego attachment until it starts to cause you pain. Like I said, there's healthy ego attachments in the moment, and then there's unhealthy. So it's like, whenever you realize you're attached to different things and you have ego attachments, it's not time to go and drop all 5 things all at the same time. It's like, evaluate what you think you need to let go of, mostly, and then go and work on that one thing, and then have your other little darknesses that you do and enjoy those for the time being. This is not perfection. This is progress, not perfection. I can't stand when everyone wants to be so perfect on this planet, when you came here to be perfectly imperfect. You came here to exist in this reality and heal humanity, which means you came to hold a level of darkness in your soul for humanity to transmute it for the collective. And people are always wanting to be perfect, and it's not the goal. It's just let go of your ego attachments when you can, and don't beat yourself up if you fall backwards. Like I fell backwards, obviously, with the chronic and started smoking again 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like I said, weed is not a bad thing. It is a medicine for most people. But when I'm vibrating where I'm at, it is dumbing me down now. When before it lifted me up beyond measure. And now I'm doing it, I'm like, I don't know. So it's not working for me no more. So when ego latches on to something, usually it's working for you in that moment. It's how you learned how to cope from a past experience. But there comes a point when you level up in vibration and you no longer need certain things. So it's time to let them go. Time to let them go. It is time to let them go. I wouldn't lie, man. Right now, a big old hoot would sound nice, but I just know that I would end up right back where I was at, being like, damn, I gotta start over again tomorrow. I gotta start over again tomorrow. So, you know, little darknesses, you already know. That's just how I see it, man. I'm like, I realize that I have maybe like 6 or 7 things I really need to work on. I'm like, man, I ain't about to try to like shed all those at once, cold turkey, get rid of, like, fuck that. I'm all about just get rid of one thing at a time and enjoy your other little darknesses just a little while you still can. Like I always tell everybody, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. If you lie to yourself and think that whenever you do something that you consider dark, whatever that be, that literally you love a part of it. That's why you do it, right? That's why you do it. Yeah, that's what I've actually, Wendy, you're right. I've actually got into CBD. It's funny that somebody mailed me a bunch of CBD for free in the mail the other day. I was like, I see you, Spirit. I see you. You're really trying to get me to go the different route. Yeah, see, I don't agree with you on that, Sarah, when you say you can have anything you want if you have the discipline. If you mean, I don't know, but my perception could be off with this, but I think you mean like you can smoke balanced. I don't know if you mean that I could smoke balanced wise or whatever if I wanted to. And what I mean by that is I know that I can't. Why? Not because I just affirmed that I can't, but because my ego has latched on to said substance, and whenever I use it, it knows it's a crutch for me and that it wants more of it. I've tried so many times to just like partake and not do it often, and like Bryant doesn't have often in his system, okay? Doesn't have off in his system. So I love you guys so much. I'm gonna do a video here about towers. Like I said, I got this 5G tower that I hold light for that I live next to. So I'm gonna do it. Everybody's freaking out about towers, and I'm like, no, I didn't think that's what you meant anyways. Yeah, you can quit anything you want. You got the power and the willpower. You're damn right, Sarah. Sorry, I knew my perception was off with that a little bit. So like, literally, I'm gonna do a video about 5G towers and how you protect yourself from them, vibrate above them. I'm gonna do a video about, I probably should do one about twin flames because everybody's ranting about them lately. And I'll also do it. Wrong pipe. I'll also do a video about getting grounded and Mercury retrograde coming in. So I hope you guys like it, right? I love you guys so much. And remember to stay grounded, and that over the next 2 weeks, you're going to be getting shown what you really need to work on during retrograde. So keep that in mind. Tune in to my next lives and stuff. I'll also do a Reiki session today for everybody that needs a healing or upgrade. And if you tune into my Reiki sessions like on the daily, it's not necessary. Reiki sessions like are better at like week intervals. So when you get one every week, it's better like that. So I love you guys. Peace out, y'all.